I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Evan. I'm a co-designer of Damn the Man, Save the Music. I've worked with Hannah on Questlandia and Noirlandia before this, and this is a continuation of those themes of a collapse and people trying to do their own thing in the face of it, but this time about a record store. Hannah was originally going to run this game, but she's been recording an original song for the Damn the Man Kickstarter, and she has no voice left. So she's missing this for the most awesome reason imaginable. David, do you want to introduce yourself next?
Sure. My name's David, and I am a member of the Gauntlet community. I'm a co-host of Discern Realities and an editor for our Codex zine, and I'm really excited to give this game a try.
Awesome. Good to meet you, David. Dylan?
So I'm Dylan. I'm a member of the Gauntlet community as well. I don't do anything fancy, but somebody has to play the games. So I play a lot.
There's room for playing a game in a fancy way. Garrett?
Hello, everybody. I'm also a Gauntlet community member without any special duties in the community so far, except for playing. And yeah, I'm German, but I live in Central America. So excuse my possibly bad connection. That's how it is here, or loud sometimes.
So far, it's great.
And I'm a kid from the 90s. And I'm very much looking forward to play the game.
Awesome.
My name is Jason. I am also a member of the Gauntlet community. I co-host Discern Realities with David and put together the zine with David as well. So I'm also a child of the 90s.
I don't know if I qualify as a child from the 90s or of the 90s.
Were you born in the 90s?
Yes.
Like technically in the 90s.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Have you heard of Pearl Jam? And then
Yeah, I listen to Pearl Jam.
All right, you're good.
Then you get top marks. So the pitch. I'm sorry, exploding my hair with these headphones. The pitch of Damn the Man, Save the Music is that we are all employees of an indie record store in the 90s, an indeterminate time in the 90s, and our store is on the brink of collapse. And we're going to make one last-ditch effort over the course of one crazy day to save our store and to keep our radical spirits alive. Before we jump in, we should make two notes. First, I want to check in about content. If there's at any point in this game, if we venture into a territory that people just aren't comfortable with, you can veto it. You can just say, like, let's try a different way. And, without question, as long as it's clear what you're vetoing, we'll try a different way. If there's anything that people want to pre-veto, like Dylan is suggesting, no Phil Collins, like, that's excellent. We can pre-veto any subject matter that we just don't want to get near. And we'll make sure to avoid that in the game. I'll throw out like violence to animals. It makes me too sad to keep playing. Does anybody else have things that they want to throw out to the?
I'll throw out standard Gauntlet stuff that these guys are used to. No sexual violence, and I don't like violence towards children either. So.
Great. Cool. That's perfect. And if anything else comes up in the game, just feel free to voice it, and we'll all do our best to respect and move with that. Finally, this is a game about the 90s spirit, but it isn't about the 90s. And we're not going to allow sort of discussions about when an album came out, whether that band was together at the time. And in fact, we're all encouraged to make up 90s bands, make up genres, make up song names, album names, anything. Just go with it and make your own music out of it. As long as we get the spirit, we're not here to compare trivia. Is that cool with everybody? Awesome. All right. So with that, it's time to launch in. And we're going to start by somebody reading The Big Day, a short monologue that's at the top of the document I pasted. Does anybody want to volunteer?
I'll volunteer, but I had one quick question.
Oh, sure.
I want to make sure I understand what kind of tone we're going for. Is this supposed to be fairly comical, or are we going for a more serious tone, or do we want to avoid gonzo things happening, or what?
That is a really good question. Thank you for asking it. This game is definitely meant to be a comedy game. It's meant to go extremely gonzo. Things can go really crazy in the store. Things can be truly outrageous there. Not necessarily fantastic, but it can certainly seem like something miraculous happened. That's par for the course. And that said, the one place where things get real is in the relationships with each other. We'll have friendships with each other. We'll have relationships with the store itself, and we'll care about our future. And it's good to have characters that care about each other sincerely, against the backdrop of the ridiculousness of this final day.
Okay, awesome. I think I understand.
Great.
I will read the text. So The Big Day. Welcome to Revolution Records, the kind of place that's been on the verge of closing since opening day, located down that little side street in the part of town your mom doesn't want you to visit. We all know CD Emporium's been sniffing around, looking to turn this place into a corporate boy band vending machine. If we don't settle up with the landlord this month, we're out, and the Emporium is in. We've got one chance to keep the music playing. At 11 a.m. tomorrow, the big shot will walk through these doors, and half the town will be here to get his shitty signature on their shitty records. If we can sell every one of them a CD, that's enough to float us for another year. So the question is, can we make it through just one day without a huge fucking disaster?
Let's find out. So we're going to figure out what kind of employees we are. So beneath, on the document you're all looking at, beneath the monologue, you'll see 6 archetypes. And these are sort of classic 90s movies-ish, the kind of employee that you might be. And if you see one that's speaking to you, feel free to say out loud that that's maybe the kind of employee you'd like to be. And from there, we'll start fleshing out your character more. To briefly read over them, your choices are between the troubled artist, the flirt, the space case, the overachiever, the aspiring poet, and the brain.
I'd like to be this. Oh, go ahead, Dylan.
Oh, you go ahead. I'm not going to take yours, so don't worry.
I'd like to be the space case, if that's cool with everybody. I have some ideas for my character. I don't know if we're supposed to talk about that yet, but I think I want to be the space case. So.
Oh, I was going to take yours then. No, I'm just kidding.
You can totally have it. I don't care. But
no, I'd like the troubled artist, please, if nobody else
Yeah.
wants that one.
I'm into the flirt.
Of course you're into the flirt.
Of course you are, Garrett. Garrett will always play the hopeless romantic, or the person who uses their romantic nature.
I usually fall in love.
I need to put my character shape.
Yeah, I'm going to do that here in just one second. I don't know. It's like flipping a coin between the overachiever and the brain.
Oh, yes, David.
They seem a little similar to me. I guess one sounds more obnoxious than the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know which one you're thinking.
I think whichever one you hold on, I'm printing. I think whichever one you think it is says a lot about you.
Yeah.
Oh boy, now you're gonna put it on that. I think we need an overachiever if we're going to try and save this store. So
Great.
The take
Perfect.
a moment phrases are all pretty great.
Oh, great. I'm glad you like them. I'm excited to see them come up. So I'm hoping all of you have access to the fully fleshed character sheets. Is that right? Oh, you've printed some out? That's great.
yes, mine's
I
printing
sent
out.
them. I sent them links earlier today.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So everybody can, you can fill it out on a screen too, I think would be fine. So whatever works for you. But you'll find a full character sheet. And with that, you're going to fill out your character's name, the way they dress or present themselves, their favorite tunes, and you're going to circle one goal that they're pursuing tangentially to saving the store. They have their own thing going on, something like finding the cat or getting a promotion. And in the shared document that we're all looking at, beneath the archetypes, you'll see a list of names and tunes which could come in handy. We've done the legwork of finding some very 90s names. So if you need to be called Beans or Corey, then we've got you covered. And it says there, but I want to reemphasize that for tunes, feel free to make up your own genre, make up your own artist, whatever. Own it. You also see some example relationships, and ignore those for now. We'll get to those in just a second.
I have to be named Romeo. It's on the list.
It's perfect.
I'm going to be Derek. And we have lower thirds now, right? On Hangouts.
Oh, do we? Great.
I never have to do it because I'm usually the MC or the GM, so I have to figure this out. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Is that showing up properly? Like, it's mirrored for me. Can everybody else read it okay?
It looks perfect here. It's so funny how they mirrored it.
If you don't want it mirrored, you can just click on, there's like right next to where you generated it, it'll switch to right there.
Got it. Thank you. I'm going to put my tagline too, since it gives me the option for a tagline on here.
My lower third seems to be frozen. I can't turn it off or change it.
Oh, you could name your character Dylan.
Yeah. Get super meta here.
I accidentally did that one time. I didn't realize I had chosen the same name as our person who was running the game. And I was playing a ghost, so it was like doubly awful.
So what else are we filling out right now? Age and time employed, and then just the kind of like looks and stuff, right? And all that. Am I muted? Okay.
Oh, I am though. Yes, that's all the stuff that you fill out. The time employed, I forgot to mention. But yes, fill that out as well. It could be a week or a month. It could be an hour ago. It could be 10 years ago.
Thank you.
So how old are you? Because like I think that's relevant for the flirt, not to appear like a creep.
It's so in our
Was 13?
character sheets, we only have how long you've been employed. Is that right? Or does it say your
And
age as well?
Yeah, it does say age.
Oh, great. Then
Yeah, I just put
how old you are as well.
Yeah, I just put that in
Also
the
says-
lower third for me.
I put that, yeah. Ah, but you're 19. Right, I can just read that. Well,
So I can't do anything with my lower third. So I'll just have to tell you guys who I am and how old I am.
That should work.
So I'm Robbie. Robbie is 20 years old and has been there 3 years.
So we probably started around the same time then.
Yeah. Has anyone been there longer than us?
I'm Derek, and I'm 26, and I've been there 5 years.
Okay.
Once we all have those details down, let's go around and fully introduce our characters, reiterating your archetype and being sure to mention what your goal is as well. How are people doing?
I think I'm ready.
All right. Yeah, if you're ready, go
to
ahead.
start.
Yeah, let's start sharing.
So I'm Robbie, the troubled artist. I'm 20, been with the Revolution Records for 3 years. I dress in all black. And I like new wave jam bands. And my goal is to get a promotion.
Cool. Jason, did
I'll
you
go
say you
next,
were
yeah.
ready?
Yeah, I'll go next. I'm going to be playing Derek, who is 26, Space Case. I think I've worked at the store for 5 years. I have listed on my under my dress as just one word, tight, is all I have there. I think I want to play this character like I think he's just a really empty, vapid, like young gay guy. That's it. Like that's where I'm going with this. But I'm really into hardcore gangster rap, so. And I want to find the lost cat. Oh, did we lose
The
Garrett?
Space Case going after the lost cat.
Yes.
It's a traditional combo in this
It
game.
seems like it was. It seemed like the right move. Looks like we lost Garrett. We have to give him a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's give him a second before we move on.
We're breaking up a fair amount right now. We can't hear you very well. It might just be a bad night for this because of connections. Yeah.
Indeed. Unfortunately. The first ready from the store.
Oh no!
We'll catch up with you next time when Guatemala gives you better internet.
Yeah. It will. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
No worries.
I'm sorry, Garrett. It was good to meet you.
Good to meet you too, even.
Good meeting
Bye.
you.
Night.
Oh, poor Garrett.
Yeah, that's too bad.
He usually has pretty good days, but like he's in the middle of a country with very, very shaky internet, and I think it's better in the daytime than it is at night. So, but
Wow. We'll get some promotions in his honor.
Indeed.
So we're going to take our remaining employees and figure out the relationships that we share with one another. So we're all going to have a relationship with the person to our left and right in a 3-player game. Just
That's everyone.
with the others. On your character sheet, you have a place to write down the names of your other employees, and we're going to figure out how you know each other, how you get along, and we're looking for relationships that they don't have to be a friendship necessarily. We all know each other and we have sort of an established way with each other, but you might be related, you might be a subordinate, you might be a hate crush, a rival, a manager, or just like a smoking buddy. You can think about how your two characters might get along, and if anybody has an idea, we can propose it, and it'll be consensual. We'll both make sure that the relationship works from both directions.
Derek, are you a space case because you like to smoke something funny?
I wasn't thinking that. I think I'm just like, I'm imagining him just being like really, really dumb. Like just like not dumb, but like just so oblivious, right, to like everything. I can. I'm okay. I'm okay with smoking with you if that's what we do. I think it just adds to the general sense of like whatever, like whatever's going on. Yes, we're smoking buddies. Is that what we're deciding?
That's what I was going to ask. If you're
Okay,
interested
right.
in that relationship.
Yeah, let's do it.
Seems great.
Cool.
What do you think about Aaron and Derek being brother and sister?
Oh boy, that makes it even better.
So we're brother and sister who also smoke pot together. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm into that. All right. So
But no,
No, I'm sorry. I meant
No.
Aaron and Robbie.
it's
Oh,
Aaron,
okay.
Aaron and
Aaron
Robbie.
and Robbie. Yeah.
And we're both
Oh,
going against the same
right.
promotion.
Yeah,
and we
we're
both
both going
started
for
at the same time.
Got
You
it.
guys started at the same time.
Yes.
Maybe there was some competition when you first applied, and then you were surprised to both get accepted.
Robbie, I think like I think I'd like it to be like maybe like I think I just have like a secret crush on you or something. Does that sound good?
That sounds cool. Yeah.
Okay. That's not really bi-directional though. How do you feel about me?
Probably just
Because it sounds
think
like
I
I'm your sister's friend, right?
Yeah. I think I like you, but I probably feel like a lot of our store trouble is or like, you know, not maliciously, but I probably blame you for a lot of the troubles that we have.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I'm into that. Like just from like absent-mindedness or whatever.
Yeah, and just
Okay.
or just weird decisions.
Cool. Because I am senior, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Is that enough, Evan? Are we good?
Yeah, that's perfect. And one note that everybody's relationship at this moment is strained. So, let's just put a quick thought into what that might look like, but we don't have to worry too much because we're about to figure out what trouble is besetting the store at this moment, and that might well be the spark. But it's going to start off as a tense day.
So
It seems-
strained at this moment. Okay.
Yeah, it seems really obvious why me and Robbie are a strained relationship. Like
Right.
we're both vying for the same promotion, and we're siblings. So,
Yeah, that's perfect.
what about smoking buddies with Derek and Aaron? What's strained about that?
So Evan, do we have like a store manager character or
We do, and actually, we're just getting to that. And in
Okay,
fact,
all right.
let's save the smoke buddy strain
Okay.
because I bet it's going to become clear over the next as we decide these next parts.
Okay, sounds good.
So that's just you and Robbie and Derek's relationship.
Well, I think I probably just did something that like really, really like F things up or whatever. And I think like is it okay to say that like I occupy the position that they want, Evan, like assistant manager?
Oh,
or something?
totally. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
I
you're
think that's
seniority,
part of it,
right?
like-
You've been here
I think
a long
it's-
time.
Yeah, I think I'm senior. I'm like an assistant manager.
I
I
think
have
it's
the
less-
job that you both want.
I think it's less than that. I think we both want to be the counter person, and you're the counter person right now.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
In any
great.
case,
Yeah.
I basically I think I'm not very good at this job, and like I think there's just a basic resentment, right? So
And maybe some of the added strain is like, just with this guy, with this bigwig coming tomorrow to sign records and stuff like that. It's like, I think Robbie feels like he has to really keep an extra eye out on Derek, that he doesn't mess this up.
Totally.
That's a lot of the extra strain.
So
What's your-
speaking.
what's
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Aaron.
I'm sorry. What was your playbook again, Robbie?
I'm the troubled artist.
Troubled artist. Okay, I'm going to note that down next to you so that I remember it. Thank you.
And did
So-
you pick overachiever or brain?
Overachiever.
So speaking of the big shot and the managing position, we're going to talk about the store boss and big shot. We're just going to lay down a quick sketch of who they are. And our guiding principle is that one of them is going to be the bastard with a heart of gold. The other is going to be the nice guy with a sketchy motive. We can choose now which one we want which to be. A nice guy, nice woman with a sketchy motive. It's all possible. But who do we want to be the bastard with a good heart, and who do we want to be nice but with a sketchy motive?
I think whoever the store manager is should be the bastard with the heart of gold. That feels very on genre to me, like this like maybe like kind of like jerky dirtbag guy who, but like underneath it all, he's like a really good guy. Like he cares about us or whatever, right? But like
Cool.
on the exterior, he's very like,
Yeah, he's a slum business owner.
or he's just a jerk, right? He's
Yeah.
just, maybe just kind of a jerk, right?
I mean, anyone who I feel like any record shop that's independently owned that I've been to, the owner is a little bit of a jerk because they have to put up with so much nonsense.
Is he the owner, or is he the is he the actual owner of the store, Evan? This character?
Well, what do we want?
Okay.
What would you like to see?
I think he should be the owner. I think that'd be great. Yeah,
Okay, great.
like
So
he's owned it since like when it was doing vinyl or whatever, right? So,
all right. He's owned this place since the 70s.
right,
Yeah.
All right. He's the longtime owner. He's a bastard.
I'm seeing a mullet for some reason.
Oh, that's perfect. As long as nobody vetoes it, he's getting a mullet.
I'm into it.
And let's see, is there one other thing that we can say, like a mannerism that he has, a way of being?
Oh, man, I'm just seeing like this really stereotypical like radio manager, like with a mullet and that wears the vests and wears like tinted glasses.
Lots of leather.
Oh yeah.
What was that? I missed it.
He wears lots of leather.
Oh, yeah.
And can we say
Yeah.
he's also like really into like really like bad like cultural appropriation, like he's into karate or whatever, like that kind of thing. Like he's that kind of character, like
I think it's
really
great.
like
Right.
like that's like such a 70s thing, right? Like to be into stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
we're all just kind of like, right.
He's into enlightenment a little bit. you know?
Yeah. I think he has this whole like, I've studied the Eastern Masters philosophy or whatever, right? Which is
Yeah.
like okay, dude.
Yeah. If he had a mannerism, it would be something about like enlightenment, something about telling us about that.
Right, but he's a bastard about it. Okay, great. And let's give him a name. We can use that names list if we want, or we can think of an older one. It comes from another time.
God, I feel like his name should be Derek, but my name is Derek. So
we could call him Big Derek.
Oh no.
How
He
about
used to be called Big D.
Big D.
Oh no, we got to call this guy Big D.
Yeah, Big D is pretty good. We don't even know what the D stands for. We just call him Big D.
God, what a bad name.
I'm feeling a little on the fence about Big D. Honestly, I'm not so sure.
No.
What about?
I feel like Aaron would cringe every time that he insists that he get called Big D.
We could go with it. Are we feeling it? This is Big D.
I'm into it just because it seems like such a douchey thing to like.
All right, Big D.
Call yourself, right, or to say that's your nickname.
Okay, great. We have Big D, the boss, and let's pretty quickly say the big shot who's coming to town. This is a big shot, a washed-up star who's doing a record signing at a washed-up record store. Maybe we should make this a female character.
I would like that.
I was thinking like a sort of like, I was thinking like a Stevie Nicks or a Debbie Harry type, like somebody who used to be big in their day, maybe like a decade ago.
Yeah.
And so now, that kind of character, like I think like a Stevie Nicks type character would be great. Like some kind of, like they were a really big star, like, 10 or 15 years ago. And they've fallen really, really hard.
So what did their fall look like?
I think it was just like a big. I think they just got. I think it was just like a big, like kind of, like just had like a reputation for getting strung out really bad, like on coke or something, and just became, and essentially just like, I think just like burned through all their money, and just started to have a bad reputation, and nobody would work with her,
Let's give her a name.
Is she gonna have a real name, or a real name and an artist name, or just an artist name?
Yeah. What kind of? How does she roll? We only need to figure out what we call her.
How about she goes by Catnip?
Catnip?
Catnip's the artist name.
Catnip's the artist name.
Great.
Nice.
Catnip's coming to town.
With a K.
Well, yeah. Her real name is Cat. But.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Catnip. And
Katrina.
what was her music like?
I think she should have been like on that edge between like punk and new wave, like a real Debbie Harry type. Like she straddled those two things, like, so she had like all this punk cred, but then she had like this mainstream, like more pop success, like as it went on,
mainstream appeal, but
yeah. But she had like some punk cred, like in her background that made her like, she just had like a big fan base, like in, let's say, like the early 80s or whatever. So.
Cool. And let's think just a second about like what kind of sketchy motive, very roughly, might she have? We can figure out the details later, but what could she be up to?
She might be involved with that bigger store as part of a deal.
Yeah.
CD Emporium.
Yeah, she's working with CD Emporium now.
Ooh, maybe she's got like maybe she's just like maybe that's like where her money is now. Maybe it's not that she's broke, it's just that she's no longer bringing in money as an artist as much as she is like just has like investments and stuff, right? So cool. So I like this idea of she has this like pretense of being this like artist, right? But she's actually like just she's just feeding the machine. Yeah.
Great. Perfect. All right. That's excellent. That's all we need to know for now. And before we jump into roleplay, we're just going to do one final thing. We're going to figure out what store trouble is especially bad right now. In fact, things are always bad for our store. And with that in mind, all of our troubles are going to start at 1. On everybody's character sheet, you have 4 possible troubles that could be befalling Revolution Records. That's troubles having to do with the boss, with morale, with community, or with our finances. And as we play, we're going to draw cards, and the suit of that card tells us what trouble is being escalated, what trouble is getting worse. All of them are going to start at 1, except for one of them, which is going to start at 3. It's the thing that just reached ahead yesterday. And if somebody has a deck of cards, they could draw 1 card if somebody has one handy.
If you just want to draw for all of them to maintain a deck integrity, that would probably be easiest.
Okay, great. Then I will draw our first big trouble. It is a spade. So what's that with? I don't have this sheet in front
That's
of
the
me.
boss.
All right. So
we know
something
that.
went
So we know
really
that
wrong
happens
with
3.
Big D yesterday. What happened? Big D is a little freaking out.
I think his ex-wife rolled back into town.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. His ex-wife is back in town, and whenever, I think her name is Sherry, obviously. And I think whenever Sherry's in town, oh shit. Like it's like the worst thing. Like the place is miserable. Like it's all you hear about.
Awesome. Okay. So with that, we have done all the prep that is necessary, and we're going to jump into the action of the day. This is a great point to take a quick break. Everybody needs to grab water. Yeah, that's what you want to.
I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
Great. So let's take 3, take 4, take 5, and meet you guys back here in a moment.
Hey, you think it's worth me popping out and popping back in again to see if I can reload by lower third? Or don't bother?
I don't know. Is it just not like it's on there? You just can't change the text. Is that what's?
I can't change it at all. Yeah, can't change the color. Can't change the text.
Yeah, well, you got a minute. Might as well.
All right, let me give that a shot then. Let me just make sure I still have the.
You'll have the link if you go to Hangouts.
Yep. Okay. Be right back.
What happened to Derek? Or Dylan? Sorry.
Robbie. He's playing Robbie.
Yeah.
He's jumping back in to see if his lower third fixes.
Yo. All right. Are we all ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to kick off the action with a montage of our employees arriving to the store as the dawn breaks on Revolution Records, possibly for the last time. If we were in person, I'd play music for us all. I don't think that's very practical here, but I want us all to think of it as a single camera shot. We're going to be gliding through the store and meeting our characters as they come in, and I'll be asking you all some questions about how the morning is finding you.
Do you have a song in mind as we're arriving? Because I'll play it on YouTube very softly for myself.
I don't have one offhand, unfortunately, because I did not prep my list. But something upbeat, little undercurrent of anger, something. But the drums are playing. We're gonna take on the day. So, as the music comes up, we're going to first ask, who arrived first this morning? Who's the first to walk in the doors?
It's got to be the overachiever, right?
It makes perfect sense, yeah. So, the overachiever, but the overachiever's out today. Turns out the overachiever got sacked.
Oh, do we not have an overachiever? I thought that was Aaron.
That's me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've
Yeah,
missed my notes. All right,
Garrett was
perfect.
the flag.
Sorry about that. Aaron, you're the first to enter the door. What's the first thing you start doing as you enter the store this morning?
Yeah, so I roll up and see the exterior of the building. It's probably all a little bit run down in like a nasty pink color. And I arrive on like a scooter, one of those motorized scooters. That's how I got here so quick. And I chain it to a nearby pole, and I come inside and I just start fanning away the smoke, because whenever Sherry the ex-wife comes into town, Big D just starts chain smoking.
Perfect. So you walk over, and as you'd expect, Big D is sitting in his chair in his little office that overlooks the store in the back, and smoke is pouring out of it throughout the whole store. The whole place is it's foggy with smoke.
Yeah, and I like turn on the fans to try and get it to clear. That's my montage moment, I suppose.
As the smoke is billowing out of the store, who rolls up next?
I think Robbie's probably not far behind.
Cool. Do you have
Robbie
your own
has
scooter?
Robbie has a car, so.
Oh, nice.
So, and I think, Robbie parks. There's a little alleyway on the side of the building, and kind of Robbie parks his car there, looks over, sees the scooters, so that he knows Aaron's there and it's unlocked, and just kind of walks out, and he kind of takes his time walking in, likes to look around, and he collects little junk stuff for his art. But sidewalks are pretty clean, but maybe he finds a little can lid or something like that was discarded. So he kind of picks it up, puts it in his pocket, walks in, fans the smoke.
You're on sleeping duty because there's always something interesting on the floor for you to use.
Yeah.
So how long does it take for Derek to arrive?
Derek is late. I think it's fairly late. I mean, maybe just right before the doors open, even or close to it. I'm there though because I think I drive my mom's BMW, and and like you can hear like blasting from like 2 blocks, so maybe we're 1 block away. You hear just like this heavy bass line, like. And like I pull up, and it just like lasts for a little bit while I put my face on in the car. I've got like frosted tips, and I think I'm straight up wearing like a mesh shirt that like hugs my musculature, and straight up like silver pants, like a black mesh shirt and silver pants, and
is this like your everyday uniform?
Basically, yeah. So this really, really heavy, like, like glass rattling like bass line. You can't even tell if there's a song there. And we just see me like looking in the little what do you call it, that little mirror that flips down in your car? the
mirror.
The little sun visor thing mirror.
Vanity mirror.
Yeah. You see me like, I think I'm like, I'm putting on some lip gloss. I'm rubbing some like a little bit of glitter underneath my eyelids because I'm going to the club after this. I'm giving you face. And then when I'm done, I get up and I go into the store and I'm ready.
So as you walk into the store, the boss is just walking out of his back room, and he looks strung out. He has red eyes. It's not clear whether he's slept at all. And he walks right over to the boombox, which was playing our montage music, and slaps it off. And he says, "That's enough, guys. That's enough. I need your attention. Do you guys know what day it is? Somebody tell me you know what day it is."
Yes, Mr. Dipper, we know that this is the big day, that this is the day that Catnip is going to come to our store.
That is absolutely correct. Did everybody hear what Aaron said? Thank you, Aaron. Yes, today is the day. Catnip's coming. Where's the preparations? Where's the streamers? Where's the posters? This is not an hour early like I asked.
All right, Big D. I'll go down to the basement and get the box with all the streamers.
Robbie, thank you. A little late, but appreciated. That's cool of you.
Hey, no problem.
Robbie.
Mr.
Go on. Go ahead, Aaron.
Mr. Dipper, I thought that maybe I could run out and grab some balloons, and maybe we could have some refreshments nearby for when Catnip arrives. And that way she would feel right at home, almost like she's in her own private recording studio. And it would also attract lots of customers seeing balloons and things outside the store.
I think that's a great idea for 1 hour ago. But you guys already blew it, I think. Because I need you here. Except for Robbie. Robbie, I want you to take those streamers and I want you to hang them in the store, but I want you to go, and Aaron, I want you to go with Robbie. I want you both to hang these streamers up and down the street. All right? And I want you to make sure they just point an arrow to everybody who walks by this road and sends them into the store. Can you do that for me?
Mr. Dipper, we can absolutely do that.
Big D.
We can absolutely do that. We can do all of this. I can do the streamers and the balloons and
Aaron, just do what Robbie says, okay? Just let Robbie take lead on this. Okay.
Help me with this box. Help me with the ribbons.
So the boss storms back into his own room. Actually, he says,
Oh, you got it, Mr. D. You got it, Mr.
Derek,
Dipper. You
Derek,
got
come
it,
with
Mr.
me.
Dipper.
Step into my office. And he walks off with Derek.
I go into the office. What does it look like in there? Like, I imagine it's like something could be really gross.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess. It's usually he puts in the minimum to at least give a good appearance from the outside, but that's all kind of it's been dropped. It's trash. There's cigarettes all over the place.
I think I see the cigarette, like all the still kind of like slightly smoking, cindery, butt.
Yeah, his phone is off the hanger, and it's doo, doo, doo. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Just sitting on his desk.
So I take it that Miss Sherry is back in town.
Derek. But we cut. We're gonna go to Robbie. Robbie, you've been given your first mission. You've been given command over your sister. You need to hang streamers. You need to make a appealing walkway that leads people to the store. So with this as your first spotlight scene, the first thing we're going to choose is whether you're going to use this opportunity to take a moment and try to heal your relationship, to shoot for your goal, which would mean asking for your promotion, or doubling down, putting all your energy into those streamers. How do you think you want to tackle this scene?
Let me take a moment and work on my relationship with my sister here in this situation where.
That's great.
Looking for the same thing.
What is your what is the troubled artist taking a moment look like? It's on the character sheet.
Got to get my character sheet back. So take a moment when connecting with someone through art.
Great. Okay. All right. So you're heading down the street with Aaron.
So come on, Aaron. This is our opportunity to look. We could do some really, really cool stuff. I'm thinking with these streamers, and look at the lampposts, and I'm thinking we could make like these decreasing spirals coming down the lampposts that all lead up to the store. What do you think?
I think that sounds great, but I'm telling you, I think you got this. Like, if you do this, I can totally get all that other stuff, and we could really blow this away.
I don't know, man. It's Aaron. I know you're. I know you want to look good, but he said, do what he wants you to follow me. So,
well, look, you're in charge of me. All you have to do is tell me. Like,
right.
you want to make this great for Catnip, and
yeah.
we can make it great.
Let me show you what I have in mind with the streamer, and then I'll do one side of the street, and you do the other side of the street. Does that sound like a good idea?
That's fine. That's fine. And I'm kind of sullen about it, just doing the streamer thing.
Yeah, and we'll let Big D know that that we both did this together, and you helped me out and did a good job. And
how can you call him that? It's so. Oh my God, Big D, really?
How do you call him Mr. Dipper? I mean,
yeah, I'm not going to call him. I'm not going to call him Big D. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh my! You sound like when you call him Mr. Dipper, you sound like you're kissing his ass.
When I call him Big D, I sound like I'm a prostitute. So I'll take kissing his ass over prostitute every day.
All right. Well, you can tell Mr. Dipper that you helped and did it. We're gonna dazzle him. So let's get this done here. Just do what I do.
All right, fine.
Okay, you're gonna need both colors. Here, take both of them.
Yep, I've got both, and
okay.
I know. We draw them at the same time, and then rotate them like this, so we get them. This is easy stuff. You could handle this yourself.
No, but you got to go. You go over and then under, over, under, and you just keep that pattern going.
Yep, I know.
All right, let's get this done.
So,
are you taking a moment?
Aaron. So if you have if you feel like, so far you're not convinced the relationship isn't healed, I'll have you say what would Erin need to be in a better place with her brother? What would she need to see, or what would he need to do?
I mean, he's a troubled artist who, and his take a moment statement as that he's going to reach out to me with art. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like he would have to, I don't know, incorporate that some art aspect into the scene that's like somehow compelling to me to be like his sibling again. That might be something like from our past that we used to do together, or something that like he did for me once before that he like reiterates. Like those are just things that come off the top of my head that might happen.
Cool. Is that giving you any ideas, Dylan?
I think so. Hey, Aaron, remember when we were little and when we would decorate and we would actually like pluck hairs out and put them behind each of the little, everywhere we did our decorations, there was one of our hairs hiding behind it.
Yeah, that was gross. Why did we ever do that?
It's art.
If you say so, Robbie.
Don't question my art. It's art.
Are you wanting to do that right now? Like
How cool would that be? There'd be a little piece of us along each side of the street leading up to the store.
Yeah, that's creepy as hell. I
Come
guess
on, Aaron.
if you really want to do that for old time's sake, like, can I get some scissors at least so I don't have to pull my own hair out?
Yeah, here, take my my little knife here has a small pair of scissors.
All right, fine. This is so weird. I don't get you, but I love you.
It's art.
That's perfect. So I think at this point, let's make our roll. You guys can mark on your sheets that your relationship is in a better place with one another.
Okay.
That's for certain. But Dylan, I'm going to have you, if you have a die handy,
I do.
go ahead and roll a single 6-sided dice. I'm going to roll a single one against you, which is for our boss's trouble. A 6. Wow. You got into the art. And the boss, or rather the opposition, is a 1. So you nail it with the streamers. What does it look like by the time you're done?
It just looks wild. It looks like there's like if you step back from a distance, it looks like there's these long purple and pink, because those were Catnip's colors, purple and pink spiral lampposts that just like slowly get shorter. Like they start tall, the wrapping, and then it gets shorter and shorter as it gets to the store. And of course, there's a little piece of Robbie and Aaron in each one.
I think, and even as you're heading back from it, you see people pointing to it and making the connection, being like, "Oh yeah, isn't there a thing at the record store down the street?"
Yeah, and I think we're like nudging each other or whatever, like hitting each other's shoulders. And then I'll put like a arm around his waist and like rest my head against his shoulder as we're like carrying the supplies back in.
So as you guys enter, meanwhile, the boss has been meeting with Derek. He's been pleading a little bit. Derek, I know I said I wasn't going to ask you to do this again, but you're so centered, man. You're so centered, and you have such a way of channeling. And I feel like it would really help if you could just talk to Sherry for a minute. She's been trying to get a hold of me all day, and she's not letting up, and nothing I say is working, and I'm trying my techniques, and it's just
God, Big D, it's so obvious that you want to get back together with her.
No. You're misreading what I'm putting out. This is a misread of my energy, man. What you're feeling is my urge to get together with the universe, to get together with myself, but not with Sherry.
Right. So, a little trade secret. I kind of know and am tuned to recognize when people of the less fair sex are, you know, wanting it. And I can tell that you want to get back with Sherry. It's so obvious. Oh my God.
All right. Well, so what I want you to do, Derek, and I know you're saying words, but I'm going to put them over here because I have a different thing I want to talk to you about. What I want you to do is talk to Sherry and say the opposite of what you just said to me. I want you to make sure that that is not at all the impression that anybody is being given. Can you do that for me? Can you make sure Sherry understands that everything you just said is the opposite of what is the truth? Thank you. Okay, here's the phone. I'll be out.
Yeah. Shall I call her now?
Yeah, it's time to give her a call.
Okay. So, I'd like to say that Sherry and I actually like that. I think Sherry's like really fierce. I'm really into Sherry. As an older person, like I kind of look up to her in a way.
Yeah, that's great. How do you want to consider this a double down, a shooting for your goal, or a taking a moment scene?
I'm gonna just shoot for my goal, and here's how. Can I say out of character? Character that no one else at the store has ever seen this fucking cat? It's like a cat that like only I've seen and only Sherry has seen, right? And that's it. Like no one else has seen it, and whenever I bring it up, people just like give me a hard time about it. Like it's like I'm just seeing things, that I'm high or whatever. So
yeah.
So I call Sherry.
Okay.
I'm like,
Dipper, for God's sake, it's about time.
Hey, honey, this is Big D. I want to get with you again. I wish we never divorced in the first place.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, girl. Sherry, oh my God.
What's up? Wait. Let me stop. Is Dipper there? Is he in the room with you?
Yeah, he says hi. Look, I saw it again last night.
What did you see?
The store. The cat.
Oh, you saw her?
I saw it again. I think it's a boy, but
no, that's definitely not a boy. No, I've seen it.
I can tell boy cats have longer lion-like leonine snouts. I know.
No, it's just in the way she moved, Derek. It was there was everything about it. That is a feline huntress.
I'm telling you, I think that cat is trying to give me some kind of message, Sherry, and I don't know what it is. I feel like it's the universe reaching out to me, telling me that either I'm going to come into a lot of money, fingers crossed, or like I'm going to die, or I don't know. But I feel like I have to find it so I can have these answers, you know?
I think, Derek, can you put Dipper on the line?
Oh yeah, hold on.
Right, let's do a roll right here.
Okay.
You might have changed her mood a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
So I was trying to go for my goal though, in a way, in a sort of like roundabout way. I don't know if that counts.
No, that totally counts.
Okay.
There's a chance that she's going to help you. So we're going to make a roll, and we'll decide if you get a winning roll, you can decide whether it ends up helping with the task or with finding the cat. And if you choose to fail at finding the cat, you'll still get a bonus for finding it later. So no matter what, you're going to be a little closer to that cat.
I'll get closer to the cat. Okay, yeah, that's good. So I'm just rolling one die then?
You're just rolling one die.
Okay. It was a 2.
And we got a 3. So you're not finding the cat right now, and you're not convincing her anything about Big D's intentions.
No, in fact, I'm putting Big D on the phone with her right now, expressly against his wishes. That's really good.
All right. So first, you can take your goal reward on your sheet. You can check off either I'm determined or I have a plan.
Okay, so I just mark that box.
Yeah, whichever one you think is appropriate.
I think it's going to be. I think it's undetermined. I don't think I really. Once I've verbalized the plan, I'll go with that.
All right. So next time you shoot for your goal, you'll get an extra die because of that.
Okay, cool.
But we have a new trouble for our store. So let's flip that, and then we'll figure out how this call goes.
Okay, awesome.
We got a morale. All right.
Morale.
So that brings our morale up to 2. If it gets to 3, we'll be having extra dice rolled against us in every single scene. So I think when you give the call back to D, he's like, "Hey, Sherry. Yeah. So did Derek talk to you? Did he? No, Sherry. No, Sherry. No, that's not what I." And he's just yelling, and the people who are in the store already are like cringing, and you guys can't even talk to each other because he's just shouting, "Sherry, no, not like this. It's not today. Not today, Sherry. God damn it." And the whole mood, it's just killing the vibe.
I'm totally oblivious to it. I'm just like, he's so into her still. Oh my God.
So as you two, as Aaron and Robbie arrive back from hanging the streamers, you arrive back in a store with upset customers and a shouting boss. People are starting to line up outside. They're not even totally clear whether they're allowed in yet or not. Is the store open? It has an open sign, but it doesn't sound open. And the people who have already wandered in are kind of making their escape. Aaron, it's kind of traditionally on your shoulders to get the boss out of this kind of situation that he finds himself in sometimes. So he's yelling at he's oblivious, and there's no sign of him stopping. He's starting to get into the past and about possessions from the house. You still have my spatula. And that was mine. It was mine. On and on. Aaron, how do you want to approach this?
I think that I'm just like trying to get everyone on board with like, making this place rock. So people want to come inside and they can't hear him over music and things like that.
Oh, cool. All right. So you're going to take on just like improving the whole mood, putting on some music, getting maybe something kind of shouty.
Yeah. Like I think, it's like a direction thing. Like I like point at Robbie and I'm like, Robbie, like turn on the overheads. And then like, I just push Derek down into a rolly chair and just like push him behind the counter so that he ends up back there. And then I like close the door so that no one can close the door to his office, to Big D's office, so no one has to hear him shouting. Cool. And then there's the little volume meter that's like right next to his office door, so that I can crank up whatever song is currently on. And I think it's like "I'm Blue." I think that song is what's rocking out right now.
That's perfect. That sounds like a doubling down scene to me. Does that fit what your intention is?
Yeah, I think that's a doubling down.
All right, awesome. Let's just jump to a roll for it, if that sounds good to you. Let's see how this goes. So you're going to roll 2 dice this time.
Okay, my high die is a 5.
All right, we only have a 3 against you.
Sweet.
So you are turning around the mood in this store fiercely. Do you want to say anything more about what that looks like, how your success changes?
Yeah. I think like closing his door, like his office is fairly, isolated off, so like people can't quite hear him shouting. And then Derek ends up behind the counter because the like rolly chair like wheels him around, spiraling back there. And then he like stands up and starts doing his thing. I don't know what his thing is, but and then Robbie like turns on the music and it starts coming, and I crank it up and it's just and everyone outside can hear it. And like I think me and Robbie like push the doors open and like put little blockers in them so that they stay open, and people just start flooding in.
All right, that's perfect. And we're just going to flow right from there, right into our Act 2 montage. So, people are flooding into the store. The music is jamming. There's still some muffled shouting in the distance from the boss's office. But people are in. People are excited. They see the streamers. Some people are carrying streamers with them that they rudely took off with them. And you hear like a wave of excitement from outside as a limo, goes up to the outside. And there's a competing song coming from the limo. It's a catnip classic. In through the doors, people are parting ways. Catnip enters the record store. Who's the first to go over to her?
Oh, I think it's totally me.
So you abandon the register.
I do, yeah. I'm like, oh my god, and I drop everything, and I have like, I think I have like one of those, like, this is the '90s, so I think I have like a disposable camera, and like I immediately go up to her to do what basically a selfie, right? Like,
yeah.
But with the disposable camera, and like, I'm there, and I'm making like lip faces, like next to her, like.
And she's totally into it. She's
yeah.
She gets out with you. She's like,
and I think I'm just like I'm there, and I just look at her, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel like the universe sent you here, Catnip. It sent you here to teach us, to help us. I'm so excited about you being here right now. Just let me know what you need, okay?
That's so wonderful. That's so wonderful, honey. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
What's Robbie doing?
So I think Robbie's going and switching the music over to, pulling out the whatever CD he was playing and put in a Catnip greatest hits.
Yeah, as soon as the first note plays, she sits up straight, looks into the distance, strikes her pose, and walks with purpose.
I think I see her. I'm like, oh, do you know this song?
And Robbie's like dancing around as he moves around the store now. He's like dancing to the music.
She's looking around for where her spot is. Aaron, have you set up a place for her?
Yeah, like as she's like walking in, I like have quickly like pushed everything off of a table, pulled some fabric from somewhere and put it over the top so that it looks like it belongs to her, and moved her like CD, little holder display like right up next to it. Perfect.
All right. So as she takes her seat, she pulls up her a little stack of papers with her a little type of photographs of her own face with her signing pen. She reaches for her signing pen and finds nothing, and she sort of looks up with a panic. She looks at Derek, who's been standing by her side, and says, where's the pen? The magenta ink pen.
I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Did you not get my memo yesterday or the day before or the week before? Magenta pen.
I kind of look over and I mouth, like I do that loud mouthing thing, like where I'm trying to whisper, but I'm not really whispering. I'm totally like audible to Robbie. I'm like, is she famous or something?
Derek, it's somehow fallen on you to find a pen for her.
I do. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I know you. That one song you sing that so
yeah.
and I go and I grab a pen.
I like grab Derek by the shoulders before he can make it back, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. Magenta. Do you have like magenta eyeliner or something? Anything magenta that we can write with?
And I think I don't think I have any answers here.
So
So are we either doubling down here to like grab her a magenta pen, or are we trying to do something else, or do we have like, is that what's going on here now, Evan, mechanically?
mechanically, you can choose to double down. You could just have a heart-to-heart with Aaron. Take a moment.
Like, I don't care about the pen. I don't care about the pen. I sit down. I sit down next to Catnip, and I say, they're gonna get that pen, honey. Don't even worry about it. It's gonna be okay. Like,
Well, are they gonna get it soon?
Oh yeah. We've got all day. Like, I mean,
You have all day. I don't have all day. I don't have all day.
Yeah.
I'm here for 90 minutes.
Oh.
I'm here for 82 more minutes.
I may not be here for 90 minutes, but okay. Hey, listen. So you're like a singer or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
Can I ask you something? Like, how did you know that you were destined for stardom? Like, did it just, like, did you feel like you were given a sign by the universe? Or do you feel like, did you see it in a dream?
Do you work here? You do work here, don't you? Does he work here?
Yeah, barely. I mean, do you... I just, because I just think that maybe the universe is trying to tell me something,
Are you angling to try to find a lead on the cat from her?
Maybe, I don't know.
She is cat.
I'm either that or bringing her into my worldview. I think it's one or the other. I think it might be the cat, though. Yeah, I think I may be trying to I'm trying to see, because
she might know something.
Maybe, I don't know.
She might be a whole part of this whole thing.
Like, did you just wake up one day and say, I'm gonna be like a big star? You're a big star, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be a big star. Or did you get a sign, maybe? Like, did you start seeing things in your environment that made you think you were destined for great things?
Let's make a roll. I'm gonna see how she responds to this.
Okay.
All right.
I get 2 dice now, though, right?
You're gonna get 2 dice.
Okay, cool. I got a 6 and a 2.
Those are really good rolls. We're just gonna roll this against it. We got a 5. Okay. So that means at this moment, she can either you can succeed at your task.
Okay.
Ending up with her getting the pen she needs.
Okay.
Or deciding she doesn't need one anymore, or whatever. Things going okay.
Yeah.
Or you can succeed at finding the cat.
I think I just want to continue. I think I just want to continue on my goal progress. I don't want that. I want to just go ahead and be able to mark I have a plan.
Okay, so she'll help give you a plan.
Right, get the pen instead.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to develop that in the scene a little bit more before if you want. But
great. So she chills about the pen for a second.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And levels with you.
Okay, yeah, great.
And says, okay, well, listen. I knew that I had to do something, that I had to be big in this world. Yeah. By getting a vision. I climbed up to the highest spot in my town, and it was a church steeple. And I looked around and I saw what the people were like. I saw they just looked like tiny animals.
Oh my God, I feel that way every day.
They were just tiny animals, and they were scurrying around, and they didn't know what to do. And I realized that's everybody. Everybody's scurrying around with no idea what to do. And they just don't realize that they think they know. And I couldn't yell it loud enough until I put it to song.
I take her hands, really sincerely and earnestly. I take her hands in mine and I say, I see this cat sometimes. No one else can see it except this bitch Sherry. She's great. No one else can see it. I think it's an expression of myself from the future coming back to show me what I have to do.
I think as you lean forward, she sees that you have a pencil of eyeliner, of magenta eyeliner here. You're just ready, Annie. She's like, oh, yes, you're absolutely right about that. She takes that. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I'm so glad we had this talk.
Hey, and she turns to the fans and starts signing.
I'm like, that's hot pink, FYI. But then I go.
So you have a plan. What is your plan?
I think my plan is to I think my ultimate plan is to I think I have this feeling like my future self, which is this cat, can't find me because I'm not expressing my real self right now. And so it's confused and lost. And so my plan is to like really expose myself so that the cat knows it's me.
Mm-hmm.
That's my plan.
That's a perfect Derek plan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Robbie, how are you feeling about things? People are lining up. She is actually signing the records. The music is playing. Not too many people are buying records yet, but maybe in time.
So I think Robbie, like the whole time that maybe Derek was down, having that interaction, Robbie went up to cover the cash register.
Oh, good move.
So that's because there will be people coming through with some stuff. So Robbie's kind of up there, just kind of dancing around the cash register. People, as people come up, can I help you?
So as the cash register, it's like on this like center platform in the store. It's raised up over the rest, and from this vantage point, you're looking over. There's the fans lining up. There's Derek, who looks like he's really speaking earnestly with Catnip. And then at one corner of the store, you see a sight that you've seen before. It looks like a kid. He's maybe 13. He's wearing a big, loose hoodie, and he's glancing around. He's leaning over to the CD rack, and he's whistling a little bit. And then he's sort of leaning back away from it, and now there's a few CDs less on that rack. He's wandering across, glancing around nervously.
All right, so I think I'm going to wave over to Aaron, like cover the cash register. And
yeah. Probably have a hand signal for this, right?
Yeah. Cover the cash register, and then so I sit down on the little land, like on the steps that go up to the cash register, right? And I pull out my running shoes and I change my shoes.
Yeah, you're just taking your time changing your shoes there.
Yeah. So I'm putting on my running shoes just in case this becomes a chase.
Cool.
And, so I'm just gonna kind of what section is he in now?
He's in he's just leaving the rap section. He's putting on a show of looking really dissatisfied, and is starting to head towards the door.
All right, so I'm going to kind of head in from the door, and hey man, can I help you find something?
What?
I know I saw you over there looking at the rap stuff. What do you like to listen to?
No, it all sucks.
Ah, okay. Is there anything here you like?
No.
Okay, so then why don't you give me those discs back, and I'll put them on the shelf, and you just beat feet, never come back.
I don't. What do you? I don't have any. I didn't want anything, man. I just. Can I leave?
You can leave, but I'll be taking those CDs back.
I guess I maybe accidentally.
Yeah, maybe they fell in there by accident, right?
Yeah, maybe and then he books it. He gives you a shove and tries to run right past you.
All right. I'm taking off after him.
All right. It seems like you're doubling down here.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch him.
I'm doubling down because that's why I changed my shoes. That was smart. I get a second die.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So go ahead and roll 2 dice, and he'll roll 1 to try to get away from you.
Double threes.
Oh, he could do it. He could really make it. He just rolled a 5. So, before you give up hope, because you have healed your relationship with Aaron, you can call on Aaron for help. And by doing so, Aaron will get to roll 1 die in the scene.
Okay. Aaron, he's a quick one. I'll need your help on this one.
Yeah, I'll roll. See what happens.
What's Aaron's? Do you have a normal thing you do when there's a runner?
Ah, man. I kind of want to roll and see how it goes out first.
Cool. Sure thing.
All right, so I got a 5.
Oh, okay, cool. So the deal with a 5 is that you have to accept a bargain with the man. So here's what I'll say. You can catch this kid if you get the police involved. You've got to get the police down. You have to get the kid, bring him in the store, hold him, and get him in legal trouble.
And is this my bargain or
This is Aaron, since
bargain.
it's her role. Is Aaron going to be willing to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool.
I think I take that same rolling chair that I'm sitting at as I'm like running the register, and I see that this guy's booking it for the door, and I grab the phone off the hook and I dial 911, and I just slide back, and that phone line just gets pulled real tight, and as he's trying to run, he just trips over it, and I'm like, yes, 911, it is your emergency, and I'm like, yeah, we have a shoplifter that we're gonna need to take care of.
Oh, dude.
Come on, on your feet. Let's go to the back.
All right. So you're holding on to this kid, and he's being a real pain about it. Yeah, he's struggling. Being like, "Come on, man! I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. This is illegal. This is false arrest." He's making a scene, and as he is struggling, there are lights flashing from outside. You hear a police car pull up. It goes whoop, whoop, and a couple officers step out. And as they step into the store, the audience that's waiting for Catnip's signature all suddenly parts, looks away from Catnip. They're all staring at the cops. One of the cops says, cut that music out, cut that off, turn that off, please. To Robbie, I think. And the music is killed. The cops are over. They're talking to this kid. They're talking to, for some reason, they just ended up talking to Robbie more than Aaron. But the boss comes out. Big D steps out of his office and sees that Catnip looks confused and angry. The people are all circled around the cops. The cops are doing a really long sort of like grilling this kid. And Big D goes over to Aaron and says, "What's going on here? Why are there cops in the store? Why are there police here?"
The kid was trying to steal some records, so
Yeah, but we have a policy for kids who steal records, and the policy is no cops. What happened?
He was going to make a break for it.
Uh, okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I understand that you need to change things. That's fine. Uh, what I want is to not have cops in the store. Can you do that for me, Aaron? Can you make this go away?
Yeah, I'll get him out of the store.
Okay. Okay, that's great. That's really good. Okay, I'm just gonna. He just sort of leans back and watches you.
Yeah, and I'll just like, yeah, I'll try and get these guys out of the store. I think I'm going to like walk up to the music, turn it back on, and then walk over.
Immediately, the cops are looking at you again.
Yeah, and then I walk over to the kid, and I just like shake his shirt or whatever where he was holding the records, and I'm gonna hope that they just come tumbling out, and it's just like so obvious, like yeah, he had him, he still got him, like
Cool.
just arrest him and get him out of here. We don't care.
Well, I guess let's make a roll then to see how this maneuver works. That sounds like doubling down to me.
I'm trying to double down.
Great. Totally. No. You're totally focused on getting this done and getting them out of here. So that's a perfect double down. So you're going to roll 2 white dice. Or, sorry, whatever. Two dice. A 6. They got a 5. So you successfully, CDs clatter all over every place. He's going, hey, that's assault. She just assaulted me. You arrest her.
I'm like, yeah, get the lawyer out of here.
You're like, okay, kid. Okay, go on. You're coming with us. And escort him out of the store.
And I think like I changed the record to something like by the police or something right now. Just
oh, cool. All right, and that gets a laugh out of the people around the store. They're and they sort of get back into the mood. There's a little applause, I think, when he's finally escorted away. He says, "This is America." And people turn back to catnip. But at the end of this act, we're going to draw one more trouble to beset the store. Something goes wrong anyway, despite all of our efforts. And that is going to be, it's going to be a financial problem. So it turns out that while we were dealing with that kid, apparently a number of other people kind of came through the store and successfully stole a whole bunch of CDs. He served as a good distraction. And when we look back, there's a appalling amount of missing merchandise. In fact, somebody managed to get away with the majority of Catnip's CDs. So as she's wrapping up, people are looking to pick up one of her things and they're not finding any. And with that, well, first, this is another point where we could, if you guys want, take a short break before we begin Act 3, the final act of the game.
Yeah, I could go for some water.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. So let's rejoin and we'll see the conclusion. Cool.
See, now I'm thinking I should have picked Confess My Love as my goal and could have been like a really big Catnip fan.
Oh, that would have been good. Yeah. I like that. I think it's funny, but like you guys have been kind of like by necessity, like been kind of forced to focus on the store problems, and I'm just like kind of exclusively pursuing my goal.
Well, but it feels right though. I mean, like if
It
this
does,
was,
yeah. I feel like I've seen this movie. You know?
yeah, like if this was a sitcom or something, this is totally how it would play out.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this movie before, which is good. I'm enjoying it. I think it's really fun.
Oh yeah.
I want to hack it for Chuck E. Cheese. Wouldn't that be fun?
I was thinking how similar this was.
I know this is like totally my Chuck E. Cheese's game I wanted to make. It's like I bet I could totally hack this for Chuck E. Cheese's or
it'd
or
be
a Chuck
super
E. Cheese
easy.
type restaurant. Yeah,
Yeah, super easy.
because you named the store up front, so I could even like name it, like Calamity Raccoons or whatever, and then do the whole thing. So that could be fun.
Right, or you could incorporate your Chuck E. Cheese world building procedure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I bet I could totally because it has a lot of the same beats that I was going for in Chuck E. Cheese, like this idea of like I have my own personal goal, but I'm still like kind of and I care about this restaurant, even though there's really no reason why we should care about it, but we do. I'm into it.
Right, and there's the man opposition and all that.
Yeah, it really like feels close to what I was trying to do in Chuck E. Cheese, but yeah, I would totally hack this for that.
Damn the mouse, save the pizza.
Yeah, that's good, Dylan. Gosh, that's good.
Yeah, write that down.
That's pretty good.
What did we put out in Codex that had Chuck E. Cheese stuff in it?
There's the Pizza Time Lovecraft-esque scenario.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Which was more of a horror thing than like Chuck E. Cheese was more of a like
humorous
thing. Yeah. Cool.
Hey, everybody. So, we're going to go into Act 3. This is the final act of scenes. We each get one last scene, and then we'll have our short epilogue. This is your last chance to go for your goal. So, it's okay to not get your goal. But if you're interested in getting it, this is the time. This is also your last chance to take moments. The epilogue cares especially about whether you've achieved your goal, what condition this, and whether you've healed both of your relationships. Those are all going to give you sort of boosts to your story to come. So, with that in mind, we start with one last montage. This is where the closing time is approaching. In fact, maybe we're hearing closing time. We might be hearing a bittersweet symphony. The people are shuffling out. Robbie, you took over the register once, and now you're sort of stuck with it because Derek isn't making a clear move to retake it. And you've been getting person after person being confusedly asking you have nothing, no catnip CDs at all? Really?
We sold out, but we got tons of Genesis.
Why are you even saying that to me? I'm sorry. I've got to go. Come on, Jimmy. We'll find another store.
We got some other stuff.
Catnip is looking pretty self-satisfied. She's almost out of her portraits, and she's starting to gather her things. Derek, is there anything you want to say to Catnip before she leaves?
I think as she's going out, I'm like, oh my God, like there are a bunch of people like asking if we have your CDs. How cool is it that we sell your music here?
Oh, do you? Well, that's a good choice. That's a good choice, honey.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, huh? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I hope someday we maybe someday you just keep going for what you're going for and they'll be selling your CDs here. Or
I've got a plan.
whatever place ends up here.
I've got a plan. Don't worry about it. The universe and I are going to have one sweet, unforgettable hookup tonight.
She's already on her way out. Uh Aaron, how are you feeling? Are you feeling conflicted at all about the cops?
No, I got rid of them. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
But I think that I am trying to, maybe try and save the store, maybe try and smooth over a relationship thing. And I'm like, I think that I've got like, a little baggie of something that I bump into Catnip with, and the bag, I'm just like, oh, just Catnip, and I like grab it off the floor and like wink at her and wink at Derek, and I'm like looking towards the back exit, like I'm gonna go back there.
Oh.
Ah.
I think you catch her eye. So what's Aaron's game?
I mean, I'll leave that open for the end of the montage. I'll wait for the end of the montage, but I've got an idea.
So, Robbie, after the last people, the line is sort of cleared out and nobody else is coming up. You had to disappoint a lot of people. What do you do from there?
So, maybe I'll go up, and if after the last people come out, I'll if it's closing time, I'll lock up the door and flip the sign over.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still in the store? Or have they gone out the back yet already?
They're maybe just starting to head towards the back.
All right. So I see. Derek, I'll count out your draw again for you.
And I turn to Robbie and I say, I'm like, no one does it like you, Robbie. You're the best.
Have you guys heard this song too? Closing Time? These guys are awesome. They're going places. They're going to be like the next like REM. I'm telling you.
I'm not really into music.
And I think we cut to the little alley behind the store where we can still hear the song, but now it's muted within the building. And it gets louder for a moment as the back door swings open and Aaron and Catnip step out. And Aaron, were you planning to snag Derek for this too?
Yeah, I thought that we would all just, maybe share a moment.
Cool. Derek, are you cool with being snagged?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if we have like Catnip with us.
We've got Catnip and Catnip, and our lovely. You've seen those photographs from San Francisco of the couches. We've got a couch back here.
Oh yeah, totally.
Nice. Good.
So Catnip's coming out, and she's in a good mood. She heads out with the two of you. She's saying like, you guys, you have a really nice, it's a very cute store that you've got going. It's really.
Oh my God, it's a total shithole. What are you talking about?
No, it's nice. It has character. I don't know if it's, sustainable, but it's nice. It's nice that it's here now.
Wait, what do you mean now?
Well, now, just at this moment of time, today, maybe till the end of the month.
Like
I'm like,
why would you teleport or something? I don't understand. What do you mean?
Well, what? You guys all, you know about the the lease. The lease ending? No. Oh, I don't know about you, but you work here. And she points to Aaron. You're aware, right? You know, the lease runs up at the end of this month.
And I think that I do know. And I'm like, it doesn't have to, but I understand. And I'm just like rolling. And I offer one to Derek. And then like I roll and I offer one to Catnip, and I'm just like, we don't have to think about that right now. We can just deal with what's going on right now. But it would be really cool of you if we got to keep having our store.
And she sort of leans back into the couch with you guys. I was like, man, I can't believe I'm back in this shitty town. Feels good. Feels strange. Should we make a roll? Well, first, I can tell you want to relieve some of the tension between you and Derek.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. And I'm also kind of wondering if Derek might have some kind of charisma that could make this happen.
Yeah. You may have to explain to me first precisely what's going to happen, because I think it's still not totally clear to me.
I'm just hoping that you can be so charming that Catnip will decide not to end our lease and make our store into a corporate store.
I think you have to first explain to me the stakes of what's going on. I think I have not made that connection yet.
Well, if I'm taking a moment with you, that means I'm trusting in someone else's abilities. But I will just say, as we all light up, I'm just like, yeah, Derek, it looks like we might not be here for so much longer. Catnip has the lease. If she chooses to let it end at the end of the month, then we'll be out and she'll be in. But
Wait, what? You own this place? Is that what's going on?
No, well, not yet.
I'm so confused. I think it's the pot.
Is this your first time, honey?
No, but there's just, you guys are talking about leases, and I've got this, I'm like really stressed out about this cat thing, and it's just too much, And
You're right. You're right. It is too. Let's just talk about the cat thing. Let's just talk about cats.
Now let's talk about cats. I still haven't seen this cat, and I've been out in this alleyway plenty and haven't seen this cat.
That's because it's not meant for you, Aaron.
Well, if you don't find your cat and this store's not around anymore, what does that mean for all of us?
And so I think this might be where you can maybe make your move to maybe get me to try to charm
I'm trying to fix up my relationship with you, but my take a moment move is when trusting someone else's abilities. So I'm trusting in you right now.
Got it.
Maybe Derek senses that this is sort of an uncommon thing for Aaron to respect what you have to say.
Yeah. I say, hey, Catnip, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be really cool if we could maybe work out something with Big D and the store so that none of us have to lose our jobs. And I lean in, and I'll remind you that I'm wearing a mesh shirt over my beautifully tan sculptured body, right? And I'll say, I'm really, really fun to hang around. You don't want to see me lose my job, right, Catnip?
She looks you up and down. Let's make a roll.
All right. So how does this work if I'm taking a moment Does that mean I just roll one?
So you taking a moment means you can check off that you're in a better place with Derek.
Okay.
You feel like you can trust Derek. You see he's actively he got it. He figured it out. He's trying to make things better.
Yeah, this is not the first time I've had to seduce somebody. That's good.
Yeah, you should have just said so. And
I think I've probably single-handedly like gotten Sherry off our case more than once, right?
All right, and I guess we'll see how the roll goes.
yeah, so you're just rolling one die. You got a 5? We got a 1. So that is good news for our store. So your relationships are in a good place, and I think Catnip is set off giggling. She hasn't been high in a while, actually. She's been on more corporate drugs lately. And she's like, oh, you two are adorable. You two are adorable. Oh my God. You guys have just run the most adorable little store. This is just the cutest little place.
And I haven't even taken my clothes off yet, so
Shut up, Derek.
just
You're not.
buckle up, sister.
Oh boy, you got to watch out for him.
Like a stern-looking dude in a suit, like peeks his head into the alleyway, motions to Catnip. It's like, ma'am, we got a schedule to keep.
I'm like, hey.
He gives you a wink, and she gets up on the couch and is like, all right, well, it was lovely to meet you, the two of you. You've got a really great thing going. And she heads off.
Nice.
Robbie, you were left in the store, and you're supporting Big D, who's leaning on you. He's moping. He's like, I thought the horoscope was going to be wrong. You know, I thought I could make my own way. That's not how it is. That's not how. Tell me again, how much money did we make today?
Well, Big D, it looks like we made $3,200 and $3,215. Oh wait.
Oh God. I can't do it anymore. You know, I'm just not a businessman. I'm not a businessman, Robbie.
Big D, you've been doing this for 30 years.
I've just been failing for 30 years. 30 years of failing.
So let's fail another 30 years.
I can't, man. I can't do it anymore. There's next generation has to start failing.
I'll start failing, Big D.
I've
Put me in
just got
charge.
nothing else to give.
You've earned it. You take the you take some time. I've been watching what you're doing. I could run this place.
I bet you could, Robbie, but it's impossible. You know, there's nothing to run. It's just a pile of trash in a box.
Trash is my thing. Trash is my art.
Man, how can you? There's nothing artistic about this, man.
No.
This is just cold capitalist hell.
No, you know that Feng Shui book that you had on your desk last week?
Yeah.
Well, I borrowed it, but I've been putting together awesome Feng Shui art, and we could display it in the store. We could make this a record store / art studio. We'll be partners.
And he stops sniffling for just a second. Let's make a little roll. It sounds like you're shooting for that promotion.
Yes. Just one die.
Just one die.
Oh, 5.
Nice. It's a 5. All right. Here's the deal. You can get your I'm so sorry. I don't get to say this yet. You have to decide whether you're going to put that 5 towards the store or towards the promotion.
Like towards saving the store?
Yeah.
I'll put it towards saving the store.
All
right, I'll put it towards the promotion.
Okay. All right, you're going to get promoted. Store be damned.
Store be damned.
Because we tied, I will offer you a bargain. I think what the man, we'll see here, this is going to be a long-term bargain. But because of the promise that you're going to make to the boss here to keep the doors open, you're going to have to make less and less interesting personal art. You're going to need to move towards the watercolor main lighthouse painting. Like, that's just really big in this town. People just they want paintings of lighthouses. They don't want unique sculpture. They don't want pieces of hair.
They want Thomas Kincaid shit. That's what they want.
There can still be pieces of hair inside the, in the lighthouse paint.
Are you willing to give up your artistic integrity?
Yeah, art is art.
Yeah.
My art is growing, and this is just it seems like the next logical step, Big D.
Robbie, you have a lot of ideas. I don't know. I look at you and I see a light, man. I see a light coming out of your eyes and your mouth and your nose. And that's the light of the future. I think it's time that you be assistant manager.
I won't let you down, Big D.
Well, let this be the last act that I make with what little power I have.
Big D, we've got big things to come.
And he pulls out the little the sticker book. And there's a sticker, assistant manager. And he goes ahead and sticks it to your uniform, your t-shirt.
Oh, nice. On my button.
Yeah.
My how can I help you button.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to know that you're gonna share the light with the people who come into these doors.
Of course I'm gonna share the light, man. That's my art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now come on, Big D. Let's go around back, and I think Aaron and Derek are burning one.
All right. Because you got your goal, you also abandoned the store. And let's see what kind of trouble is going to befall as we wrap up this scene. It is what did we get? A morale.
Morale.
All right. So does that bring our morale to 3? I think it does, right?
Yeah, we're at morale 3.
All right. So we're about to have a crisis of morale. All right. So you guys go around back, and that walk to the around to the back. It's it's a 30-second walk. And during that walk, Big D gets real quiet, gets real contemplative. He's still holding that sticker book. And he arrives in the back alley. And unexpectedly, it's strange for Big D, but he points at the joints and says, put that shit out. Come on, guys. You're just going to get in trouble. Cops were here earlier today. Put that out. Just to get rid of it. Listen up. There's something I haven't been telling you guys. The lease is ending. This is our last month here. And I thought maybe there was going to be something to do, something a little different. I thought maybe I could pull something. I was kind of banking on the catnip sales. Didn't work out. And it looks like it's gonna go the way I thought maybe it would. Maybe I made it happen a little bit because I've been making some calls and talking to some people. He pulls a sticker out of his book. He says, I'm sorry, guys. I hate to use this, but... And he sticks it to his own shirt. It says, sell out. He says, it's over, guys. We're going to be a CD emporium. And he produces from the backpack that he always wears. It's like an old canvas backpack. A little box. He opens it up, and it's full of CD Emporium T-shirts. He's like, "This is going to be your new uniform. They just came in today. And it's not all bad news. You're going to have a new assistant manager for the Emporium."
I turn to Aaron and I'm like, "Oh my god, I love CD Emporium."
Damn the man.
And I just like look
CD
at
Emporium.
I like look at Derek and I point at his like fishnet and I'm like, that means you can't wear that anymore. And I point at Robbie and I'm like, and that means you're what, like just another sellout like everyone else?
No, this was supposed to be about my art.
I'll let you guys get suited up. And drops the case, the T-shirts, and goes back off around the bend.
I think I pull the T-shirt on and it's like really baggy. It's like really baggy, one size fits all T-shirt, and I'm just like, oh my god, you guys, this is so awful. What are we gonna do?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. And I pick up the joint that we had just extinguished and like relight it.
I think I need to execute my plan to connect with the universe. This is a sign.
What is that supposed to mean, Derek? And I just like hand you the joint.
And like I take a big puff of it, and I'm like, when I was talking to that old lady, the one who's a singer or whatever, she was saying that when she was young, she was also visited by a small animal that was her future self trying to lead her to greatness. And yeah, she just ended up here or whatever, but that's still better than what I'm doing. So I'm going for it.
If you say so, Derek. It's puff, puff, pass, not
And
puff,
there's something
puff,
about
puff,
a
puff.
church too. I don't know, but I'm figuring this out though. I'm doing it. I know you don't believe in the cat, but I do. And faith is like everything, right?
No, Derek, like we lost the store. Everything we believed in is a lie. The man is out there and he is too strong. And there's no way that the cat is more than just a myth.
I'm going to prove to you that it's not a myth. I'm going to prove to you that the cat is like Terminator, except he's not here to kill me. He's here to save me.
So, like
maybe
the
he's here to
Terminator.
save all of us. Who knows?
So, what does it look like for Derek to execute his plan?
I just kind of disappear for the moment if they want to have a scene, but I am I'm content to let Aaron and Robbie have a little a non-silly scene with Derek for a minute while I think about it.
Your scene is up. This is your spotlight scene.
Oh, this is it. Oh, okay,
so
that's
we
right.
can
I
follow
forgot.
you
Yeah, I forgot to structure
on your
that way.
journey. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah,
Like,
I go.
If you wanna step out for a sec, like I'm sure we could have just a quick little thing, and then you have your role, and you come back. Maybe you have the guy. Maybe you don't.
I got it. It's fine. I got it.
Okay.
So I go and I'm gonna put on my war paint basically. So I'm going to go get some of the streamers from the front, and I'm going to take off my shirt and show off my beautifully waxed tan chest, and I've got these streamers, and I'm going to like tie these streamers and let them hang down from my arms like some kind of powerful fringe or whatever, right? It's a costume. And then I take my pants off. I just get straight down to my underwear. And I think my underwear are like this like hot pink and teal like underwear that I'm wearing. and I have that magenta pen, that hot pink pen, that hot pink eyeliner. And I'm just like drawing on my body, right? I'm drawing underneath my eyes. I'm making like little chevrons on my face. And I am here. I am stepping out of the darkness into the light to show my future self that I am worthy and I'm ready to take the journey of fabulousness and fierceness.
As you're taking off
That's
your
my plan.
pants,
Yes.
Big D in his office leans out, sees you doing something, then turns back to the phone in his hand and says, "Cherry, no, I can't. I just can't." Leaves you unencumbered as you stride out, I suppose, into the
Yes.
street.
Just to back to where they're at.
Okay.
I just want to draw the cat to me so that everybody can see the fucking cat and realize that I've been telling the truth this whole time. That's my plan. That's my only goal.
The sun is starting to set, and silhouetted against it, you're approaching that back alley. Let's make a roll and see what that approach is like.
So I have both of my boxes marked. So that's what, 3 dice then?
3 dice, yep.
Okay.
But there's 2 dice against you this time.
Okay.
Because of our morale issue.
Yeah. I got a high 5.
We got a high 5 here too.
What happens on them?
So on a tie, that's a bargain. So, so I got a high 5. You have 3 rolls. What's your second highest?
A 3.
Okay, so you're going to succeed at one thing and not the other.
Okay.
And you can choose whether that's going to be your goal, finding the cat, or the store, which is a Hail Mary, can we save the store kind of task, I think.
I'm going for the cat.
Yeah.
Totally going for the cat.
You've earned this cat.
I have earned this cat, exactly. I am catnip right now, right? And it will come to me. And so, yeah, I think I step out there, and like maybe you guys, I think you guys have to be there because this is it's important that you guys see this. And I come out there, and I say, "Universe, I am ready for you to grab me in your cosmic embrace and guide me to my powerful, fabulous future self. Please shown me the way. And I think there's like a moment where I'm like, where it's not happening, you know? And maybe like Aaron and Robbie are sitting there awkwardly.
Yeah, I think Robbie's sitting there and he's got his stupid new shirt on, and I'm laying down and I'm like holding my stupid new shirt and my head's in his lap. But then like there's just a moment and we both sit up and lean forward.
Right. And I'm there and I'm just like, my head is back, my arms are spread wide. I think there's like the faint flickering glow of the sign of the check cashing place next door. and then you hear it, a little meow, meow, as this little cat like comes out and walks right up to me. And I look and I turn and I look at Aaron and Robbie and I say, you see, everything's going to be okay.
The music crescendos. The cat hops up into your arms.
And then I think it like paws at my face and I'm like, ah, shit, and I like throw it off.
I think me and Robbie are like, no. That's like the end or whatever.
And we transition back into the store. You're in the store again. Remember, you're in the alley, but the door is propped open, and you have a boombox set up, and it's pumping music out. You three are there. The cat is there. It won't leave your side. And the boss is there. And we're going to have our epilogue montage. So there is a deal with this. If you look down at the very bottom of that sheet that's shared with all of us, we're going to go around and there's some final quick scenes that you can call for during this final closing time party montage at the end of the store's day. If you've achieved your goal, you can pick any one of these to do, any one of the 5 options listed here. And if you've healed both of your relationships, that also lets you pick one. And we're going to go around in a circle. And after that circle, we'll go around one more time. If you achieved something, like this gives you a chance to get your goal if you didn't get it. If you achieve that in this first round, you can take a second scene because that unlocks the second one too. So you can cascade your victories here a little. So in the back alley with the music playing and the cat's company, does somebody have an idea for a scene they'd like to see their character doing, a final action they take?
So I think Robbie was just really impressed with the cat thing and feels like he's totally misunderstood Derek this whole time. So I want to seek to heal that relationship by letting him know that I guess, hey, there's more to you than meets the eye, kind of thing.
And I think like my thing is I have a secret crush on you, but I think that I'm actually now destined for like really big things, and you're just like Mr. Assistant Manager. And so I'm like, yes, I think I've got some really, really exciting things to look forward to. I'll let you know how it goes. Maybe I'll come back every now and then and say hi when you're doing your thing at the CD Emporium. Yeah, I mean, Robbie, and I like kind of pat you on the head a little bit, patronizingly, like grab your shoulders and say, you're going to be great here.
Well, you've really inspired me now to complete this, I've been really working on this thing with the ceiling tiles and trash. And I think now I've got my finishing piece. And I kind of take one of the streamers off that's tied to his arms and rip a little piece off, and I tuck it up into the ceiling tiles. And I back away and I'm done. It's complete.
Yay.
It's my art. And now you're a piece of it.
Party.
Aaron, what are you doing?
I'm going to take this last moment to reduce a store trouble, where I think whenever Robbie stood up to finish his art, the cat like almost bolted inside, and who knows what a cat would do if it was locked in this store all night long. And I just like grab it and just like hold it and just like pet it. I'm just like, nope, don't go in there.
I think, let's just say, you've improved the morale. The store's in a better place for all of us, and it turns out we still care about it, even if it's going to be a seedy emporium.
Nice.
Derek?
How far ahead can we skip in time?
You can totally do a flash forward if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna flash forward. I'm gonna be working on a store problem, but I'm gonna kind of roundabout way. I think we just see like me standing over someone sitting in a chair, right? And then I think it's like a barber chair or something, right? And like I spin it around and we see Big D has like, he's like got his mullet is cut, he's got like frosted tips, like he looks his hair looks really, really good. And I'm like, oh my God, you could totally get it right now, Big D. Totally. Sherry's not gonna be able to say no. No way.
And he's like, do you really think I could call her?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Like, yeah, call her. I'll be like your Cyrano to whatever, you know.
He's holding up a mirror as he walks over to the phone. It's like, hey Sherry, I was thinking, if you had a spare weekend, maybe we could talk in person.
And I like lean in and I'm like, I whisper in his ear. I'm like, tell her you want to give her the old Big Dipper. Tell her something like that.
And I just want to give you I want to get the big, thank you. Thank you. I've just been thinking about you so much, and I just want to talk more.
No, that'll do. So we reduce store trouble then.
Yeah, so I think the trouble with the boss,
Okay.
his heartache is reduced.
Cool. So is that wrap up? Is that the game?
Does anybody
Actually,
else have
I can do one. I
I get to do one more because
I
I've
can do
been
one
playing
more.
it.
One more. Very nice.
Okay, great. So let's just see. Maybe even the credits start rolling,
Yeah, nice.
but a little window opens up, and what's Dylan up to?
Robbie?
Oh, sorry, Rob.
That's okay. So somebody offers, so they absolutely must have this Robbie's creation. It's called the waste paper basket. And it's a basket just full of like crumpled up paper and stuff. And they're back. Saying, I don't know. This is one of my favorite pieces. I don't know if I can sell it or not.
Well, you've got to sell it. I'll pay anything. Just name your price.
Anything.
Get out their check.
Anything. Big D, how much do we need to save the record store?
Big D hustles out as the scene fades out. I think
That's good.
Is Sherry on his arm?
Yeah, Sherry, totally. Sherry's out. She's pointing. I think that reduces our financial trouble, I think. Does Aaron have another scene? Oh, yeah, you don't have the promotion. All right. So one last look at Derek.
Yeah. So I think like the scene is I'm there with Aaron and with Big D and Robbie, and like we're all just like covering our mouths and noses because of like a stench, you know. And I think it's like I think we're looking at the cat, which like has been in the store and it's been just pissing on everything, right? And I look and I say, hey guys, my grandmother, like her little cat just passed away. Maybe she'd love a cat to keep her company and stuff, right? That'd be nice, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so smart. Oh, that's so giving.
Yeah, it'd be so good. Yeah, like I like lean down to the cat and I'm like, you're gonna love it, little guy. And it like it hisses and paws at me. Like,
and we cut.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap.
Yay.
Thank you all so much for playing.
Yeah, thanks for running it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a really good time. I had a really good time. I liked it a lot. It feels a little scaled down mechanics wise from Norlandia and Questlandia, which I thought was great in terms of the scope of the story. You know, yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I am a big fan. This is like an odd classification, one that I might have to unpack, but I would call it a story game Sunday game.
Yeah. It's definitely like one of those games that like I'm into it. Yeah, I think it's really I think it does a really good job of telling its very specific particular story, and I feel like the story that we told, I feel like I've seen this movie, you know, like it felt familiar, even though like you know, it felt familiar. It had a familiarity to it. If that was the goal, I think it succeeded. So.
Yep, I agree. This has legs, absolutely. This can make it happen for telling the kind of story it's telling. It's just the right amount of mechanics, in my opinion, where it's not taking me out of the fiction.
Yeah, that was my thinking too. Like it feels like it feels like a really, really good. It was like a really good like amount of rules. Like, yeah, I never once felt like the rules were getting in the way. I was really into that part of it. And I like that, and it still has a structure though. I like that it had a structure. I thought that was great.
I really like the tiebreaker, the make a deal with the man.
Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't get to experience that one, but I thought that was a cool feature. Like this idea of like you have to sell out, basically. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like you all just really owned your characters. Those are great.
Yeah, we were all really on point, I thought, just to pat ourselves on the back here a little bit.
Yeah.
I loved your guys' characters. I thought they were, and the NPCs too. I thought it was great. Really fun.
Oh yeah. All the characters, like I could totally see them in my mind. It was
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen this movie, right? Like it felt like super familiar. Like I think that was great. Really great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, is there any specific feedback that you're wanting?
Anything you need from us or want from us, Evan? Are we good? Or
I mean, all I wanted was for you guys to have a good time. So
I think
I couldn't be happier.
Success. When does it kickstart?
It's gonna kickstart on June 20th.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's
Very
ways
near
out. Okay,
future.
good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Awesome. Well, I thought it was terrific. I can't wait to show people this video. Yeah, I think people. I know people in the Gauntlet will get a kick out of it. Don't you think? I mean, I think this would be a big hit, right? So
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah, this was good stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
I think anyone that grew up going to like Sam Goody's and stuff like that and watching
Yeah, absolutely.
Empire Records and
Yeah.
High Fidelity and
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, thank you all again so much. It was a blast to play with all of you.
Oh, good. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was great to meet you. Thank you for running.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Thanks, Evan.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop this then.